We're live.
What? Well, we're not doing the theme song anymore.
Do the theme. All right, we'll do the theme song.
No, I thought we were demonetized for using the theme song.
Yeah. So basically, I got an email saying that we would have made a cumulatively $300 so far from these videos if we hadn't, if we'd used a theme tune with royalty-free music, or it gets copyright struck every single time apparently. So we could have had $150 each if.
Bingo. See,
Yeah.
Bingo's pissed in the background. Bingo's so that could have gone to his cancer meds or something. I mean,
Exactly.
we fucked ourselves. So, Josh, what you're saying is that you are going to break out your old bass, and I'm going to get my old keyboard, and we're going to do a Manga Chat theme song. It's going to be royalty
Nate
free.
Garcia's gonna sing over it. Yeah.
Oh, we'll get One Trick Pony, Nate Garcia in on there.
Yeah, if he's free.
So there's just things falling over in here. There's a poltergeist. Yeah, we've not done a Manga Chat for a while. Josh, are you feeling rusty? It's been about 8 weeks now since the last episode.
A little bit, yeah. It's been both been basically finishing these books, right? So
you can see my hair has gotten much longer since the last episode. It's about 8 weeks of growth.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, we've both been in the cave working. I went to Philly on May 4th. I was there for your launch for your Goiter collection, aka the Emoji book from Floating World Comics.
Should I mention what this is? Because some people have that book and they might not have noticed yet. Have we talked about the emoji?
I don't think so. I didn't notice it. I think you showed me in Philly.
Yeah, so collected Goiter from Floating World. There was a printing error, so every single copy has this little emoji. You can see that?
Yeah, it's fucked. There's a cry laugh emoji on a deck chair that just accidentally you didn't do it. It was Jason Levy, and lovely bloke, great publisher, great comic shop man. How's he done this, Josh?
I think he's just like, when he's making the file, he's chatting to someone, probably, somebody's making him cry laugh, and he's dragged it over to my book instead of the conversation. So
he's mixing business and pleasure.
Yes, but I'm zen about it. Like I could be very perfectionist about this stuff and very precious, but there's no point. We're all gonna we're all dying. What's the point?
Who cares about emojis in your books? How many emojis are in Tracy Island, your brand new TEDWARD book that you're currently...
But yeah, should we just start with plugs? Because a lot of these people, they'll watch the first 2 minutes and nothing else. So should we just plug everything we have to plug at the beginning?
Try and make some money in this economy. It's all we're trying to do. Just make some money. There it is.
Look at that spine. 52 pages. Tracy Island.
52 pages, Josh, of comical funnies.
Yep.
Fucking hell.
Pages. There's a nice spooky panel there.
Oh, splashy. How much are you paying for this, Josh? If I was a punter, I was interested. You're out there spruiking your book. I'm like, how much could I take this home for?
$13.
$13? Wow.
It's not bad. Once you factor in the shipping, it's horrendous, but otherwise, it's a good deal.
I mean, how much does a coffee cost these days? So, $13 for 52 pages of your blood, sweat, and tears, Josh. Small price to pay, I'd say.
These are comics in Biden's economy, and they're high quality comics there. It's look at all those. That's a lot of lines. I'm not being cheap with the lines here. I'm really laying them down.
Have you once again filled those large black spots with a little pen, just scratching away, filling the blacks as you do fastidiously? You have? That's
exactly what I've done, and it's taken fucking ages.
Yeah, he's not clicking a fill bucket on those black portions. He's filling it in with a little pen. He doesn't even use a thick pen. He uses a thin one because he's a sick masochist.
Yeah, so Tracy Island, you can go to my Big Cartel and buy that. I want another plug is for this little magazine by Greg and Faith. It's printed on nice newsprint. I'm in this. There's a little 2-pager by me. But this, I was very pleasantly surprised by this. It's I think this is if they carry on doing this magazine, it's a perfect filler between Bubbles issues. They have indie comics mailbag, with these little reviews. see.
I've got my copy in my shopping cart at the secret headquarters. I've got Who Raped My Horse by Johnny Ryan, the new Pete Bag, Hate Revisited, and the American Nature comics. And yeah, it sounds like a fun production.
It's a 6-page roundtable between Gina and Tom from Partners and Son, Jason, Emoji Boy from Floating World Comics, and Alan Douglas from Howling Pages. So yeah, highly recommend that.
That's a whole one. That's the cheap unit price on that as well. It's like $6, $5.
Yeah, let's see what this is.
It's a mass produced.
Yeah, it's on newsprint. It's real nice. Yeah, $6. This is issue
$6.
1. Has a comic from Rich Tommaso in there.
I love Rich Tommaso. He's quite the draftsman.
Yeah.
Look at that. Like
yeah, glad they didn't put me next to him because
make you look like shit, wouldn't it? Yeah, make you look like a dickhead.
Not many lines though. It's you know.
Yeah, he's not doing backgrounds there actually. Rich, you're slipping a bit, buddy. Well, I did just see he's got a GoFundMe for his mother, I think, to get her out of a crooked, old, dusty, cold, freezer-like care home. So I guess, I understand he's not got time to draw backgrounds. It's like, fuck, I've got to do life stuff. I can't be drawing backgrounds. So
I would say with, Rich here, he's doing better lines than me, but there's less lines. So,
Well, yeah, choose your poison, I guess. So, yeah.
And my last plug, if you speak Spanish, big fat Goiter edition from La Cúpula.
That's fat as fuck. That paper looks like it's as thick as toast.
Nice flaps. If you're into flaps, this is a second book I've been involved in that has flaps.
Not French flaps, they're Spanish flaps.
Yeah. Yeah, it's real nice thick edition there.
I have seen some complaints, Josh, about the Goiter American edition, about the newsprint and the text being too small. A bunch of old men. They're squinting on YouTube and say, I can't read it.
Yeah.
Up against the light like a moth, and they can't read it. But they didn't notice the emoji, I guess, because their eyes are bad. You got away with that.
Yeah, it's a small emoji, but yeah. So that's my plugs.
But yeah, that Spanish edition is thick, Josh. Looks like a loaf of bread. Delicious.
It is. It's like the difference. Look at that.
That's insane.
Same book.
It's just that thick. I mean, I didn't think things were going well in the Eurozone. What are they doing buying all this thick paper? They could just be printing it on toilet paper like Floating Worlds.
Pretty wild that that's the same book,
Yeah, it's weird. It's the Klaus thing. It's like, he artificially fluffs up the thickness of his paper. So, so Monica, should have been like this thin, but it was on big, thick paper. So it was like that fat.
Yeah.
I did the same thing with Below Ambition. It was, a bit short. So I was like, let's just get thicker paper and make it look more than it is and fool people. Yeah. It's in shrink wrap as well. And then you realize it's only 6 panels a page as opposed to the normal 6. So real rip off that book Below Ambition. I'm in my just ripping off my fans phase and just not giving a fuck. No, that's not true at all. Love the fans. Love them more than anything. Fuck the community. Fuck the scene. It's all about the fans. It's all about the readers, and just that's who you want to please and who gives you the money and supports
all about
you.
Harvey Peacock's ghost, who says, "I've got high praise for Goiter." It's about that guy.
There has been a lot of high praise. I mean, it's been doing quite well. I mean, it's nominated for fucking Angoulême Prize, for fuck's sake.
Did well in France. Hopefully, the Spanish one does well.
It's some incredibly nice things said. It must feel nice, Josh. Must be validated. You were working in a restaurant a couple of years ago, so
nice. It's lovely. I'm top of the world.
I think it's inspirational and aspirational to young cartoonists that, if you just work hard like Josh and pound the stuff out, do good character work and draw backgrounds, it can work out and you can make a bit of coin.
Yeah. Oh, the other plug is you can pre-order my book TEDWARD from FANTAGRAPHICS.com now. I
was going to bring that up. You beat me to the punch, Josh. You must be excited. Again, speaking of high praise, the blurb on that thing, it likens it to Candide. Perhaps bluster a sales copy, maybe a bit of smoke up the bum, but still, nice praise. And it is a good book. I was going to say it makes it sound like a good book, but it is a good book.
Yeah, never some good copy. I never made the Pee Wee Herman link before, but it makes sense. It's
Yeah, no, I must have been Eric Reynolds. We were debating like who wrote that copy. It stinks of Eric Reynolds in the best way. I think it must be his copy. Yeah, this was some lovely copy. If you enjoy copy, if you are one of the rare comics fans who's just really into the copy and just excited about new Amazon listings, this is some good copy. You will enjoy consuming this copy. March 23rd or 8th, Josh?
March 18th.
A different number entirely.
Exactly in the middle.
You got me there.
Yeah,
it's exciting. I think there's also a Greg and Fake book coming out the same month.
Yes, Santa Sisters. We might do something together since they're out. I think it's like a week apart. So
they'll probably soak up all your press, and you'll resent them. Like, why'd they get all the press? Why'd they get the New York Times little tiny blurb that you can get these days in the New York Times? Why'd they get the beat article?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, they haven't upset as many people as me.
Well, that's probably it. Oh, gee, speaking of your new publicists at Fantagraphics, that was some big fucking news. You're going to be dealing with. I don't think it's been announced who the new publicist is at Fantagraphics, but I think it has been publicly announced that my wife, Jack Cohen, friend of the show, obviously, it'd be weird if she was an enemy of the show. Yeah, friend of the show, Jack Cohen, who we had on a while ago, an episode that was quite popular but plagued with technical difficulties. But yeah, she's moved on. She's left Fantagraphics after 15 years. It has been an incredibly emotional time in the household, a strange transitional period.
Yeah, she's now in control of. She's now doing quality control at Floating World, right?
Yes, she'll be on top of all the emojis that Jason is drunkenly, I hope it's just drunkenly, flailing about all over their books.
Jason, if you're watching, by the way, I'm only joking. This is what I asked for. Like, I asked for this. This is the size, and I asked for newsprint, and I am happy with this, Jason.
Yes, publicly for the record, so the dissenters and the people I've seen complaining about the book and the choices of newsprint, it was all Josh. Jason merely acquiesced. It was probably like, oh, this is a bad idea, but he went along with it. Josh is completely to blame.
He said to me, he was like, he goes, well, if you combine this size plus newsprint, a lot of people are going to have difficulty reading it. And he said that I might get accused of ableism, and then he will get accused of ableism. And I said, who's nominated for Angoulême, Jason, me or you? Make look, I want that.
Yep. No, you got to throw your boots around a bit, Josh. I'm glad to see that, you're putting your big boy britches on and sort of, getting out there and asking what you want, even if it's to your detriment. You are getting what you want.
I mean, the thing is, some people, I don't want them reading it. So, people.
I don't want old readers.
Little beady eye people. I don't want them reading this.
No, I don't like small-eyed people. I once saw a man on a French train. He's had the smallest eyes ever. There's something wrong with them, I guess, but I couldn't stop staring. I don't know how you could properly see things. Also, a different tale, a woman with a tiny mouth once. Like, how does she eat a hamburger? Like, there's no way she can actually take a bite of a hamburger. Just if they got together, what would their child look like? They wouldn't have a face. Anyway, Jack Cohen left Fantagraphics. It's kind of hardcore. If you give it a shit, I'd recommend going and reading what Peggy Burns said over at Drawn and Quarterly. It was a lovely summation of Jack's career and what she did in comics for the last 15 years and the respect that she garnered within the industry. I'm incredibly proud of her. I've been married to her for 10 years now. She did 15 years at Fanta after being at fucking Dark Horse and Top Shelf, and just a great career in comics. She's still in comics. I don't know if I can publicly announce where, but interesting, weird times. And I wish all the best to her successor at Fantagraphics, purely for our own self-interest, Josh, because they will be publicising your comic and my future comics. Yeah. Good luck to Fantagraphics without Jack Cohen. Good fucking luck, motherfuckers. No, anyway. Yeah, end of an era. Truly fucking crazy end of an era. But yeah, I love my wife. I love my family. Everyone can find themselves. Yeah, I've been real happy recently, Josh. I got lots of work done. That's a good segue into, I've finished the third issue of You'll Own Nothing and You'll Be Happy. I got it all here. I finished it. It's like 56 pages. I've shat this out post Philly. I think I was getting into it before Philly, and I was worried that coming to hang out with you and Nate and Jimmy Brown in Philly would throw me off. But I literally just got back from that trip and just locked the fuck back in. And I've just been working like an absolute fucking demon and just happy. Just working, just like, 9 to 4 or something. I'll do the kids' lunch in between and stuff. Timelines have changed. My wife's got this new job, so I'm doing more childcare in the mornings and lunches and school run stuff. And but yeah, I'm really just managing to I used to complain like I need to get a flow going. Like, I can't stop and start with the comics, but I've managed to just turn it off and on and just like sit the fuck down and get to fucking work. And it feels great. It feels good to be, just blazing through all this work, and also just, kicking ass with the family stuff and going to the park and going to the botanical gardens with the kiddo, going to the parties with the school friends, going to the cousins' birthday parties, just absolutely kicking ass on all fronts. It's been nice. Summer's blooming.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a tough year last year for me, Josh. I've written about it in the previous issue of my zombie comic, which you can purchase now from my meganmog.com website. But yeah, no, it's been a real burst of nice happiness and just getting the work done. Let's do the cover real. Fuck it, Josh. Here's the cover for the new issue there.
Wow.
There's the painting here. It's the original painting. So
Beautiful.
yeah, thank you, Josh. You've got a nice mountain range. You've got Megan Moore there teetering on a fallen log. You've got some nice grass there, some pussy willows in a babbling brook, and then you've got the title down here and a bunch of colourful bricks.
Oh, that's nice. That's that lettering's nice there.
Yeah, I hate the lettering. I hate all my lettering. I just did it in a real panic, feeling quite exhausted. Yeah, I say I'm happy and enjoying all this work, but it also has been exhausting, and it's like keeping on top of everything and probably not getting enough sleep. But still, just the joy of punishing the body and just getting the work done, and just as long as the work's getting done and the kids getting taken care of, it's that's it. Fuck me.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck me. Yeah, anyway, I don't want to show off the back cover. I don't like, to show off covers usually. Usually I don't like to, but I thought barely anyone watches Manga Chat, so it doesn't really matter if I expose it here.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the back cover. I'll just show a little bit of full color comic on the back. That was fun to paint. Some little water effects on there, some nice bushes and lighting. And yeah, here it is. It's 56 pages. It's a brutal installment of my Megan Mogg fantasy zombie comic about the end of the world, the destruction of self.
I've heard the synopsis, and I think it's going to be well, it should be like very talked about. It's quite extreme.
It's going to be quite rough. There's a bit of co-writing in there by you, Josh, as a backup strip. I decided that the main issue was too depressing and a bit horrible and might be like a sour shot for the audience, so I decided to put a fun kind of chaser in the back. And yeah, you riffed on something and like, oh, that'd be a good thing. I was, oh yeah. I ran off with it and then tacked a little extra ending on it. And it's a fun strip, so you got some horror, you got some hardcore shit. Shit's really hitting the fan. Like the second issue was a bit crap, I guess. I don't know. It's not as good. This one's better. This is an exciting issue of this series.
I liked the second one. You had that thing that happened, like smoking the bad cigarette.
Yeah, I like that bit, but it could have been better overall. Skirmishes with locals in the city. I don't know. I don't want to do any spoilers really, because I am serializing the zombie comic on Instagram. I have decided to break down and start giving it out for free, like a drug addict in an alley trying to get children hooked and then lure them back in for some money. But yeah, I'm hoping once the third issue drops, I'll be able to sell a few more copies and people will be like, oh, yeah. And I got issue 2s left in the garage as well. I usually, would have sold out, but with the price of shipping. But I did see a few people saying the second issue was a bit shit.
Really?
A few people. I think it was the year-long wait between issue 1 and 2. So, and I didn't feel super confident in it. It's fine, but the third issue, I'm like, yeah, okay, this one's a banger. Like this is going to make people feel something. Like this is it made me feel something, and it's exciting. And I got it done within 3 months of the last issue, so I've actually hit my quarterly target, and it's exciting. Hopefully, I can do it again. Although in between issues, I am going to do a one-shot zine that I'm excited about.
Nice. Speaking of, since you mentioned shipping, I don't know if you read that shipping prices are going up. This is for the second time in a year on July 14th.
You told me this the other day, Josh. Criminal.
7%.
7%.
Yeah. So that's like, you know, that's yeah, it's crazy the timing. Like, I'm still waiting on my comics to, like, you know, to get back from the printer. I decided not to use Mixam, right? So I was like, I'm gonna try something different. This is, you know, this is like, it's a thick comic. So if I don't get these and ship them out by July 14th, I'm like, you know, that can fuck me because I'm
7% down on your money.
Yeah, I mean, I have the money. People have paid for shipping, and then I'm going to be shipping it out for more than, you know, they've given me. Is you know, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, for young entrepreneurs watching, like you want to be Josh Pettinger. You know, I know there's a lot of young blokes and blokettes watching this. And, oh, fuck, I just want to be Josh Pettinger. I just want to climb up inside of him and wear his skin like a suit. I wish I could write character surrealism like him. I wish I could have my Emoji Man books. Like, fuck. But, you know, it's getting tougher and tougher, Josh, to sell our books overseas because it's just prohibitive. It's like $17 to send a book to Canada. It's like $6 within the continental United States. It's getting out of control, and we're seeing a hit in our sales because people are just like, we'll wait for the trade collection, or just like you're falling off a bit, Hanselmann, so I just don't care anymore. It's getting a bit rough out there. How are these aspirational youths? You know, supposed to do it. You know, got to find new business paradigms, I guess. I don't know. The webcomics bubble's kind of burst. I guess the comicsology and stuff, or you know, there's this new stuff, your webtoons, your tapas. You know, there's new stuff there, but yeah. And, you know, you've just done a bunch of wholesale, Josh. You've about 20 different stores. You're getting books out to.
I'm sending like almost like 80 copies to like one person in France. Gosh is taking like 100-something comics. Like,
wow, that's great.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I just had to like fill that gap with wholesale, but you know.
I mean, yeah, it's great, but you're also making half the money you would if the fans could just like buy the books direct from you easily. Like you're missing out, you know, on potentially like thousands of dollars. Good, great for the shops, but you know, shit for you.
I should be able to ship these things for $2, but you know, it's not. It's $6. It's crazy.
All the money is going into the shop man's pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just training. It's training the readers to not buy stuff from us and to just buy it from the shops at like, you know, a tiny percentage of what we could make. I guess the glory years are over. Like the last decade, you know, it was a really good time for, you know, making zines, shipping them around the world. It was reasonably affordable. And yeah, this post-pandemic world, or whatever it is, confluence of things. I think so, congestion perhaps within the shipping lanes, or you know, within the shipping business. I think I've read that there's just too much shipping, so it just costs more now. But if there was so much, though, they should be making a good profit or making enough money. They should be able to give everyone a saving. I just don't know, Josh. I don't know how to.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how to get these things into people's neural links. You know.
Well, that will be the next thing, Josh. Gosh, that's some good forward thinking.
Yeah.
Right, Neuralink, that's what you're thinking, or VR headsets.
Yeah, I'm thinking like
VR comics.
Yeah.
I think Ezra Clayton Daniels did some sort of like VR app kind of like thing for one of his comics, Upgrade Soul, once. I'm not sure if it was actually VR, but yeah, it's a strange interactive kind of digital component. Seemed quite cool. Yeah, got to start doing more of that, more gimmicky tech, I suppose. Well, no, that's not true. It's just good stories, Josh. You know, it's just you just got to hook people with good character work and good stories and keep them coming back for more and just please the reader. That's what I want. I want to read a comic book and say, oh, that was entertaining. I'll probably buy
I'm just imagining like it's like I'm watching this show Shogun right now on Hulu. You know, I pay for Hulu, but it's still you know, I'm still getting ads, and I'm imagining people, you know, will buy these comics, you know, direct to their Neuralink, and they're gonna get ads, you know.
I don't want ads breaking stuff up.
No.
Have you ever watched a TV show where like ads have been like inserted by like the local shit affiliate who's running it?
Yeah.
It's not good.
No.
So yeah, no ads in our comics. That's how we can send them media mail. It's not advertising. It's art. It's our thesis on life. Anyway, Josh, we should move on perhaps and talk about a recent con that we went to. This is a scene report. So, Josh, you and I, after the Philly trip, which was great. Yeah, side note, you can watch our performance at Partners and Sons in Philly from May 4th, our live performance, our reading. It's on this YouTube channel. It's on the Manga Chat YouTube channel. It's about an hour long. Jimmy Brown does an incredible, searing musical performance.
See, I made a mistake not titling that video "Cartoonist Mega Freak Out." You know.
Yeah, that would have been good. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I had a bit of a meltdown at Josh. You decide whether it was staged or real or acted or not. I think a lot of people may have been confused by what was happening, but yeah, it's a bit of fun nugget in there. Yeah, me, you, Nate Garcia, all doing readings. Some shaky camera work by Charles Burns. For some reason, he changed the phone sideways. It was a bit odd. He did apologise later on. Don't know how drunk he was. But anyway, yes. You can watch that on YouTube. I'm going to write in my new comic in the back matter. I think I'm going to do a bit of a Philly recap in there, Josh, as well. Nice. So that'll be fun and just we had a good time. I guess in short, we had a good time. I came over, we hung out.
It's the best, yeah.
Yeah, I landed and got outside, and you told me that your dog had bone cancer. Oh shit, mate! You've just landed. Bingo's got bone cancer. So that was a bit of a dampener on the weekend. That threw a bit of a cancerous sort of bolt into the old churner. But he's doing better now, isn't he?
Yeah. So to get into it, but
we don't need to talk about it. We don't need to talk about it, Josh. Well, people don't need to know about your dog's cancer. It's depressing, frankly. It almost ruined the weekend. What's that?
He's just become very, very expensive recently.
Yes, the $6 million dog, $6,000 dog, probably more likely. But anyway, I'm glad he's doing a bit better. And we had a banging time. We went to Fat Jack's comic script. Did you see the Fat Jack's? We've got to get into Kalamazoo in a minute, but while I was in Philly, we went to Fat Jack's, which just closed down.
Well, I thought it was just moving. Is it properly closed?
It's gone bankrupt, I think. Yeah, I think it's just gone. We made the pilgrimage there because Joe Matt worked there in the 90s.
See, we got to go there just before it closed. I think it's been there since the 70s too. It's a really old store.
Oh, it was awful. I mean, to be honest, from my perspective, it's called Fat Jack's Comics Crypt, and it's about what you expect. It was a pretty barren kind of show floor with a bunch of sort of like Simpsons comic book guy types arguing about Marvel comics, and they're having some big heated discussion. I was trying to listen to it. It was quite amusing, but yeah, it just felt a bit Android's Dungeon, and there was just no good alternative stuff. They did have your book on the shelf, Josh.
They did, which was...
They didn't... There's none of my work in there, but they did have your Goiter collection, so I was a bit peeved about that.
Yeah.
So, I was expecting to walk in like, wow, that's Simon Hanselmann, but I wasn't even recognised. I was rather offended.
Yeah,
so I'm glad they went out of business.
Shithole, yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, Fat Jack's comic script. You should have had my books in there. You fucking idiots. But anyway, no, sad to see. Always sad to see a weird sort of relic-y kind of comic shop closed down. It's kind of end of an era, really.
Yeah.
How long are these shops for the world? These kind of mainstream shops with the dwindling sort of quality of Marvel and DC mainstream stuff. Amazon selling more stuff. They still put out good stuff. I guess the mainstream companies, Image is still putting out some good stuff. Like the trades are selling. I guess you get your trades on Amazon down at the Barnes and Noble, but Manga's where it's at. That's why we call this Manga Chat, because American comics are dead.
Interested in it's like not really my thing usually, but DC has been doing those small editions of like collections that are like $10 or something. I was thinking about buying a couple of those and seeing what the deal is.
Like old classic stuff.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I mean that's the good stuff. The old.
They're like digest size, $10 for like a run.
Yeah, obviously, your Kirby's, your Ditkos, it's all good. But yeah. Oh, I don't mind a bit of the Todd Father. I grew up on McFarlane and stuff. I love a bit of that stuff. Nostalgia's kicked in as well. In the late 90s, it wasn't cool to like that stuff as an alternative cartoonist. Like you really had to hate it. But your kayfabe type stuff and just Ben Mara, and just more of an appreciation for that within alternative circles and sort of yeah, some nostalgic goggles and appreciation of the weirdness of some of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, good luck to all these comic shops. I think, you know, ones like Partners and Sons will be okay because it's more of a niche kind of thing. You've got your art shows there. It's, you know, it's an art, you know, gallery as well. It's, yeah, the direct market. You know, if we don't need to talk about the fucking mainstream comics direct market, we're not really part of that. I do find it fascinating, though. I mean, it's just like sort of seeing the death knell of an art form, really. But, you know, things change. Telephones upgrade.
It's shocking it's lasted this long. I mean, every now and then I'll go into Atomic City Comics and I'll walk past the big wall of like new this week, and it's I don't know who this is appealing to. It's, you know, it's,
well, why would anyone read comics in this day and age when there's so much to do on your phone and all the streaming apps and free on YouTube and just so much to do? And, you know, if you've got a family and kids and a job, I mean, you've got limited time, limited income. You know, we charge like $12, $13 for our floppy comics now, and the mainstream stuff's all thin and crap, and, you know, probably $6 for a mainstream floppy now. It's, you got to schlep on down to the store. You can't buy floppies on Amazon, so you have to go to these, you know, these gas chamber kind of fart, you know, stores, all these, you know, comic book guys in there, and
yeah,
you know, oh, you know, you've got your cool comic shops. I don't think Floating World smells like farts, and, you know, they probably have, you know, women in there and stuff. But yeah, you know, traditionally these shops are pretty weird. Yeah, they have the repellent Funko Pops in the window, and it's like, oh, it's, you know.
Before we get to Kalamazoo, Ed Wiley, because since we're in business talk right now, Ed Wiley has said, have they discussed the Instagram exodus yet? I don't know what it is. I've not heard of any exodus.
I'm assuming they're talking about Kara. I saw everyone moaning about AI and like, oh, they're trading AI with my stuff, and like, and just freaking out about AI and going to Kara, some new Instagram. It looks like an island to me, frankly. You're just out on the middle of a fucking island, and it's artist only, so it's going to be a big fucking circle jerk. I think they have massive debt now, Kara. I think it got quite popular, I think, and so they owe these massive hosting fees now, and someone might buy into it, but I didn't bother. I saw everyone like, join my Kara, with a little screen cap, like 0 followers, 0 following. Like, looks great, guys.
We're trying to sell our stuff to, you know, non-artists, and you know, it doesn't make sense to be on like promoting yourself to other artists. They already
I hate other artists, and they hate me.
Us.
Yeah, I can't stand them. I don't want to. Yeah,
other cartoonists have made their minds up about us, and you know, need to convince them otherwise.
I'm sticking with Instagram. You know, the algorithm's fucked. You know, but everyone's complaining about the algorithm. I was complaining about the algorithm. I start posting a daily comic. I'm getting more engagement. I mean, people are in the comments talking about it. You know, I think the secret is shock horror. If you post content that people give a fuck about, they'll find it and they'll share it and they'll look at it and they'll engage with it.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. You know, massive fucking revelation there, Josh. You know, I think, yeah, I let mine go idle for a long time. I wasn't, what interest was there for the fan of mine? It's like, oh, Handsome was busy just being a dad and just like sitting around being sad and playing video games. He's not posting much. Like, why would people engage? The algorithm starts like, oh, this is a bit shit now, and lowers you down, but it's back up now. I don't know. It's still shit. It's still not hitting the heights of before. And every week it's like, you've gained 1,400 followers, but you've also lost 1,400 followers. It's always like super close, within like 5 or 10. It's like, is that really? For every follower I lose, I gain one, and vice versa. Like, and it just won't grow. There's all sorts of fuckery going on with Instagram, but I'm sticking with it. Fuck Kara. I'm not on Blue Sky. I'm not on Mastodon. No. You know, no. I'm still on X. You know, it's Twitter, if you want to call it Twitter. If you don't know what X is, I got 20,000 followers on there. Not that many, really, in the scheme of things. But I don't tweet much. I never really engaged with Twitter. I never enjoyed it much. I found it to be a hive of scum and villainy and just full of cunts. I put some shit on there sometimes, but yeah, I've no desire to start somewhere else and build something. I've been on Instagram for a decade. I'm not starting again. Yeah, I guess that if that's what they were talking about, the exodus, but I've not seen many people leave. I haven't noticed anyone anyone like, oh, is someone freaking out? Simon supports AI now. Yikes! I'm indifferent. I don't really care.
Same.
I'm personally not scared of it.
I mean, it's bad, but I just don't care.
No, you know, obviously there's huge industry repercussions for it within lots of things.
Yeah.
I think there's a big IATSE strike coming up about it again. I think it's about that. You know, agree with that. You know, you have to keep it out of the arts a little bit. And, you know, I do fear, I've talked about it before, like children will be able to just like type in like, you know, Wonder Woman, Moomin and Star Wars, mash it up and it just shits it out and they won't. The general public will not care about artisanal stuff, but some people will, and we have to just keep on fighting the good fight and making our you know, paper painted comics and AI can't do this. I mean, if someone wants to consume AI art, I'm not going to stop them. I think it's dumb. I think there's very little interesting AI art. That's just me. I like handmade stuff, but I'm certainly not going to badger people online over it or act like a cunt about it or try and cancel a store for selling like a book that has a bit of AI in it. It's interesting. I don't know. But yeah, so, you know, big yikes, man, that person's saying there. Frank, go fuck yourself, frankly. I think that's a fairly reasonable opinion there. I hope you're joking. I'm assuming you're just being sarcastic. If so, good on you. But yeah, otherwise, go fuck yourself. Don't have time for you. You can just fuck off. Anyway, speaking of fucking off, Josh, we went to Kalamazoo. We didn't talk about it much online. We went to Michigan, Kalamazoo for the Kalamazoo Comics Fest. What's that?
Amtrak. We took the Amtrak.
We did. We took the train. We took Bingo with us, your dog, who was in the middle of the cancer treatment. So that was a bit rough. Oh, you couldn't get a sitter. It's expensive. So, anyway, so C.O.C.K.S was the festival. It was the Kalamazoo Alternative Comics Fest, but C.O.C.K.S, C.O.C.K.S. I don't get the acronym. I think it's like Cake. It's like the Chicago Alternative Comics Expo, which would be CASE, C-A-C-E, but they cutesily make it like a K, so it's like cake. So I think they've tried to, I don't know why they turned it into C.O.C.K.S, but anyway, we went to C.O.C.K.S in Kalamazoo. The Kalamazoo, Kalamazoo Alternative Comics Expo. What would that be? K-A-C-E. CASE again.
They've spelled alternative with an O.
Yeah, they have. I mean, I don't know what they were really thinking about this. C.O.C.K.S.
I think that's just the Michigan accent, isn't it? Alternative.
I think someone just had cocks on the brain. It was a bit of a sexy festival. I mean, there was a lot of erotica there and stuff. So I think someone was just a bit dicks on the brain and couldn't control themselves with their acronyms, horny acronyms. But yeah, we got on the Amtrak. We just thought, it's fucking Kalamazoo. Like, we'll just get a fucking hotel. Like, we're not going to have to pre-book or anything. Like, you know, why bother? But it turned out, now what? There was a gun show, a boat show. This is all the same weekend. Gun show, boat show, car show, dog show, sex show. All on the same weekend. And C.O.C.K.S, the comic show. So everything was booked out. Like, we went everywhere, Josh.
Yeah.
There was nothing. So, yeah, I mean, so what we just decided we're just going to, like, fuck, okay, we'll just stay up all night, I guess. Like, we'll go to Waffle House. We'll stay up all night. We'll just do whatever we can. I started freaking out. Look, full disclosure, I'm on Ozempic now. I've gotten, you know, look at my chin here. I've gotten a bit fat. You know, if you followed my career, I used to be like heroin chic thin, but I've gotten quite fat. I haven't been cycling for about 6 months. I think that melted a bit off. I was getting fit, but I ate a lot of truffles over Christmas. I was drinking a lot of hot mulled wine, and I put the weight back on. So I've gone on to gas station Ozempic. I'm not paying for the legit stuff. I'm doing the gas station Ozempic. So we walked all over Kalamazoo trying to get my gas station Ozempic, and I was getting pretty mad. And it's not working either. It's supposed to make you less hungry, but I've been more hungry.
Yeah.
So you were getting a bit short-tempered, Josh. I don't blame you because you were dealing with Bingo.
Yeah.
You know, it was a tough time, and I was freaking out about my Ozempic. And I do apologise. Things were said.
He's going between 7-Elevens and Rite Aids and CVS pharmacies and different gas stations. Yeah, it was.
We did have all of our luggage and books with us as well, because, as you know, with the gun show, the boat show, the car show, the dog show, the sex show, and C.O.C.K.S, there was nothing available. So we were lugging a lot of books and stuff around. It was
a radio flyer with a faulty wheel.
Yeah, And Bingo was, yeah, I got really mad at you when Bingo shat in the radio flyer. I was not appreciative of that. I understand that it was a tough time and Bingo was sick, but when he shat in the radio flyer, yeah, again, things were said, and I'm sorry. I apologize, Josh. Okay? Yeah, we haven't done Manga Chat for quite a few weeks now.
Yeah.
This Kalamazoo trip almost broke us.
Yeah.
So anyway, so we did get to the show in the end. I did get my Ozempic, and then we went to Wendy's and had a couple of Dave's doubles because this Ozempic's just not fucking working on me. I don't know what it is, but I'm waiting for it to kick in. It's been a couple of weeks, but yeah, we got to the show, got down to C.O.C.K.S and submitted our books into the panel of activists that run the festival to see if our books were allowed to be displayed. Turns out they weren't. Our books were so too funny, too entertaining, and the backgrounds in them. Yeah. So that was frowned upon. So we actually did table at an empty table. And we were still harassed by a group of punters there. And then we were asked to leave, Josh.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I was a bit pissed off.
Yeah.
We travelled all the way there. We had Bingo. Look, Bingo did shit in the festival hall. You know, I can understand them being upset about that, but you know, we were just standing there, and we were aggressed at. I thought that the people were going to take our books and throw them, but the books weren't allowed to be displayed. So I was like, okay, well that's good at least. But yeah, I mean, we were freaking out a bit. It was a rough trip. So that's when we met some fans, Josh, mostly fans of yours. They were big TEDWARD fans. Derek and his beautiful girlfriend, Dereka.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they offered to take us for a pint. I mean, they were slathering fans, Josh. I mean, they were all up on you. Like, eating you with their eyes like you were a snack.
Yeah.
You know, the TEDWARD guy. You were wearing a suit. You know, you looked pretty good. I mean, the suit was covered in shit at this point. You had massive pit stains, but you looked pretty good. You know, and you smelled all right. We bought some Axe on the road. Axe was a Greek-themed one. What was it?
It's a bit like Amtrak Waffle House smell, yeah.
Yeah, do you remember what the Axe was that we got at the 7?
I think it was barbed wire.
It was barbed wire. Okay, I thought we got the Greek one. Barbed wire. Okay, so you smelt like an old rusty fence. Yeah. But yeah, Derek and Dereka were all up in your fries, and they offered to take us for a pint, and we were fucking desperate. We'd not made any money because, you know, we'd not been allowed to sell our books and stuff, and they carried our luggage for us, which was nice. It was like, oh, having a couple of little bellhops, and we were like, all right, we're going to milk this for all it's worth. And then they got a bit drunk, and we got a bit drunk, and they said we could come and stay at their house until the next Amtrak the next day. And fucking stoked.
Quite nice of them, yeah.
But they had 2 big dogs, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlie and Schmuckers, 2 massive, massive fucking German Shepherds. There's hair everywhere. They did not like Bingo. No. They did not take to Bingo. I think they could smell the cancer in him. And they were like, get the fuck away from me, you scrawny, big-dicked cancer motherfucker. Yeah. So that was rough. So the dogs were barking and stuff. Derek and Dereka said they wanted to watch Under Siege, the Steven Seagal movie. And we were like, we're tired. Like, fine. Like, we'll watch it. But yeah, the couch was covered in old condoms. It was a bit horrible, a bit squalid. The dogs wouldn't shut the fuck up. They were just screaming at the dogs. We got a bit more drunk on some schnapps. And then what happened, Josh? What fucking happened?
I don't know.
They propositioned us, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
They were mostly interested in you. They didn't seem to care about. I don't think they knew who I was. So I was kind of like trying to drop some hints about Megan Morgan, like, I've got an Angle M prize. He's just nominated. I won one. But they didn't seem to care. I think they thought I was lying. But yeah, they
pretending to sleep, and yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit aggressive. We weren't interested in the foursome. I guess the dogs would have been technically included in Bingo, so it would have been a bi-species 7ism.
What was that?
Sevensome.
Yeah.
yeah, I wasn't interested. You weren't interested. They kept saying, "Come on, lucky 7." I was like, 7 minutes in heaven. I was like, oh, I'm not. No, I've got a wife. I've got a child, a professional woman. You're with a professional woman, Josh. You have we told them we have professional women. We have high earning professional women. And that doesn't mean that we're sponges, Josh. That, a lot of cartoonists, they sponge off their professional women. We do not. I used to make more money than my professional woman. She makes more than me now. But let's not get it twisted. We pull our weight, Josh. We're not bums. We're not hobbyists. We're professionals.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty horrible with Derek and Derica. As I said, we weren't interested. They got a bit aggressive. The dogs sort of bailed us up in the corner. And yeah, then we were asked to leave. They said that we wouldn't put out. And we were asked to leave. Felt a bit cheap. Felt a bit dirty. You said, let's do it. It was cold outside. It got quite cold at night. And you were like, I don't want to carry the bags around.
Yeah, 3 in the morning, Kalamazoo morning, misty. I don't want to get inside.
Clearly, Bingo was into it. He had a massive erection the entire time, like throbbing. So, obviously I was like, oh, Bingo, no, come on. He's like, I'm single. Let's fucking mingle. Let's fucking go. Let's bite the peach. I mean, Derek and Derica were incredibly unattractive as well. I mean, I know in this day and age you're not allowed to say that. You're just supposed to fuck anyone indiscriminately. But hideous, stinking reprobates.
Yeah,
they kept trying to get us to go to their OnlyFans, and I was like, I don't want to. Like, that just sounds like a haunted house. I don't want to. Yeah. Anyway, it was shit. We made it home unscathed. Train was horrible. Kept stopping at prisons. Stopped at 7 separate prisons. I don't know how that was possible, but there are a lot of scary men. I was in full drag the entire time. So I was, I looked good. I was getting a lot of looks, but I wasn't interested. I don't want to sex with prisoners. So I'm not interested in that. Same as Derek and Derica, who were also prisoners as well. They did have ankle bracelets on. I don't know what the charge. Derica said it was a crime of passion, but I'm not so sure. Anyway, a horrible weekend, Josh. I wish we'd taken more photos.
Yeah.
You're carrying a dog and all, the radio flyer and all the different, the books that we weren't allowed to display. I mean, we just threw them in the river. We didn't want to carry them home, frankly. Thought we can't ship them overseas. They're worthless. Whole comics industry's dying. Fuck this.
Wait, why were we removed from the festival again? I've forgotten.
Josh, you're sober the entire time. You're just on your vape, so you just vaped out.
Yeah, I'm just
we harassed Josh. A couple of people. I don't want to talk about it. Frankly, I'm a bit shell shocked by it still, and a bit PTSD, being harassed, and then us being asked to leave.
Was it the content of our books, or was this?
It's just our regular books, but they said they were too entertaining. They had too many backgrounds in them. They were too competent. They thought it might make the other exhibitees feel bad because their books weren't as good. They don't have backgrounds in their books. They can't draw backgrounds, probably most likely due to laziness and just a lack of focus or gumption. Yeah. So, that's the main reason we were asked to leave. I think that we're just too good and we'd make other people feel bad.
Yeah.
Our signing lines would be too long and it would snake around the other tables and people would get sad.
And they accused me of this one being pro Coney 2012, which I didn't appreciate.
Yeah, I don't know where that really came from. You've disavowed Coney stringently in the past, Josh. I mean, I think for about a year, that's all your Twitter was about. I kept telling you, dude, your career's in an upswing. Stop talking about fucking Coney all the fucking time. It happened. Yeah, I don't know. People harassing you. Maybe they were the people that came for us at the fest, the Coney people who are after you. I don't know, Josh.
Well, that's what I wonder, but yeah.
It's just gotten a bit political at some of these festivals. We were just there to put on a good show and entertain the kids. So yeah, Kalamazoo, C.O.C.K.S, maybe check it out in the future. It was sort of similar to Dink in Denver. Had sort of dinky vibes.
Yeah.
Would we go again? No.
No, I wouldn't.
No. How many stars would you give it out of 6?
Probably 2.
2. I'll give it 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of any redeeming things that happened during that entire trip. It's frayed our friendship almost to the bone. We've been to couples therapy or, podcast to couples therapy the past few weeks to try and get back into the swing of things for this manga chat. I had some incredibly big nervous shits before this. Changed my shirt 3 times due to sweating. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, don't recommend C.O.C.K.S.
No, no. Yeah. Anyway, so should you got any new books, Josh? In the world of comics and manga, has anything tickled your fancy?
I've not been.
Has anything come up and said, "Oi"?
I've not been buying many comics. I just, I've been busy making comics. I did buy this, the new Zoo.
I've got that in my pile.
Yeah. Thing is, something's wrong with my copy. There's like the pages are small, like it's missing a bit.
That fucking happened in mine as well. There's a fucking misprint, and it's all fucking square in the front and the back.
It's been trimmed here, so I think I'm probably going to go and ask partners for my money back for this.
Yeah, I severely hope someone gets fired for that and loses their livelihood and can't afford to feed their family anymore. That would really show them.
Yeah, quite a horrible misprint on a beautiful comic from Anand there.
And absolutely fantastic. Yeah, despite the printing errors in there and that grievous fuck up, because the rest of the panels must be missing from like the top and stuff. It could just be a square booklet in there. My wife said, I think it might just be like an artful thing where it's a square booklet. And I said, no, you're wrong. Shut up, sit down.
He's mixing squares and rectangles on purpose.
A bit weird. Yeah, one of the best out of India. One of the best now. One of the best indie boys. Fantastic stuff. You can get his big Zoo collection. This is Zoo number 4. You can get a collection of the first 3 issues through Bubbles from Brian Bubbles.
Yeah, we're big fans of Anand here.
Highly recommended. What else have you picked up, Josh? Is that it? That's all you've gotten in the last like 8 weeks?
Yeah. So I've started. I have too many to read stuff, like stuff unread, so I haven't been buying. But I did finally get around to reading. I finished this yesterday.
Oh yeah.
I know we've already talked about it, but it's so fucking funny. I was dying laughing at this. I was also finally started reading Harvey Knight's Odyssey.
Ah. You're frozen. Oh, you're back.
Yeah, there's like a mini story at the beginning of it, and I was just it's just funny. The plunge, it's really good stuff.
Oh, the coffee one in the office.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, I love that. I've read that one, and then I haven't finished the rest of it, but I absolutely love that episode. It's fucking great.
Yeah,
Mandag's fucking great, brilliant, funny,
classic.
Yeah. I've got too much stuff I've not read, just sitting around.
You got a big pile of new stuff there.
I do have a big pile. I bought a bunch of stuff. Let's kick off with some manga, I guess. Got the pink banana.
Oh,
we looked at that when you and me and Nate in Philly went to Charles Burns's house. And we basically just sat around looking at pornographic manga, like an autofocus party for about 10 hours when we were there. I think we went to dinner and we went back and we were playing the piano and we're looking at pornographic manga. But one of the ones he broke out was this pink banana, which I've seen Floating World. I got it from not Floating, Secret Headquarters. I'd seen them promoting it. And it's dusty old pornographic manga. We're all sitting around being boners looking at it. Now, I do have a gripe against Secret Headquarters. Josh, these stickers won't come off.
Really?
That won't peel off. I think in the past they have peeled off these Secret Headquarters stickers, but it's also got an adults only. It's got 3 stickers in total. They won't peel off. I tried, and it's like, oh, that's going to ruin the book. That's going to leave a ton of residue. Am I supposed to get some goo gone or some methylated spirits and rub it on the book? I've done that before. It doesn't work. It makes the book rotten. When you buy a collectible book, this is $25 for a pretty thin book. And frankly, I don't love a lot of the stuff in here. It's a bit scratchy for me. It's a bit 70s. It's not the usual. I like the Heta Uma, bad but good style of dusty old manga. So, a lot of this didn't hit for me. It's still an interesting book, and it's got a little essay in the back, and it's worth having. But for $25, and I can't get the stickers off. What if I want to resell it in the future, and it's like I'll be forced to sell it for $25? I won't be able to say, more or less. I don't know why I'd want to sell it for less, but anyway. But the pink banana, it's not bad. I think they all sold out. They didn't print many of them. I had a bit of trouble tracking it down, actually. A lot of places were sold out. Secret Headquarters, good for picking up some rarities sometimes. I think they've still got your book plates in stock, Josh. You can get the Goiter collection with a book plate.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, I think if they still have them in store, yeah, there's a little drawn-in book plate there. Nice. Highly recommend getting that.
If you want to get your unreadable for old people emoji goiter collection and not the big, thick, smelly Spanish loaf of bread, Secret Headquarters is your gaff.
Yeah.
Right. I've also got this here. This is Her Frankenstein, another manga. God, really, I just turned into manga chat now. It's just all about manga. Yeah, this is from the Living the Line. Has a new.
Oh yeah.
Smudge, a new imprint. Ryan Holmberg's doing all the. He's really tarting about old Holmberg. He's doing all the D&Q stuff, like the Suge stuff. He's Mr. Breakdown Press, doing all the stuff at Breakdown Press. He did a bit of stuff for Retrofit back in the day when they were a going concern, and now Smudge. It's a new imprint.
What's the deal with Living the Line? You know anything about them?
Not really. I know they did that YouTube video where they were slagging off Monica by Klaus. That turned me off them a little bit, frankly. I was like, oh, fuck you. Get fucked. He's a fucking pal. And I thought Monica was brilliant. I enjoyed it very much. So I just thought they sounded like a pack of dickheads. But anyway, they put out a Yuichi Yokoyama book a while ago that I got. They have a very poorly designed logo, but the Smudge logo is not too bad. I don't hate that. Yeah, this looks quite nice. Her Frankenstein by Kawashima Norikazu. I'm so bad at those names. It's got Frankensteins in it, and there's nice tight backgrounds that the manga people do, and it's not bad. Decent pickup. $20. Horror manga. There you go.
Nice.
And I've got this nice King Terry book. Burns sent me this. I sent him a copy of Free Cockmen because I was like, you don't have Free Cockmen? You've not got any Hanakuma, I think his name is. So he sent me this nice King Terry in exchange. I don't have a lot of King Terry stuff, so yeah, quite nice. Just your Heta Uma kind of bad but good kind of, nicey, dodgy old stuff. Nice little thing by Charles, and they're looking forward to Final Cut coming out by Pantheon at the end of the year. That just looks like me, and I just held it up. It's like, oh, you can't even tell the difference. Two beautiful women, two lovely ladies, two little beauties. But yeah, just it's nice to send a book to someone. Charles, I thought you'll appreciate Free Cockmen, and I think he did. So he sent a book in return. I guess now it'll just go on forever like a chain letter. Oh, I have to send him another book, and then he'll, fuck. Who's going to break the chain? Yeah, some nice dusty old mangas there. Let's break it up, Josh. There's some DVDs. Just quickly got the Jimmy Brown Live at Triangle House DVD.
Nice.
I've watched some clips of this. It's very well filmed. I think Burt Murder was running 2 cameras at once throughout this, and the Triangle House set is nice. You got all the hits on here by Jim. I Know I'm Gonna Die of a Stroke, which is probably my favourite currently. My Dog Bingo Has No Teeth, I think was perhaps inspired by Your Dog Bingo.
Yeah.
I'm eating crisps in bed, prawn mayo. I texted you a photo of the sunset and you never responded. It's got all of the classics on here. So yeah. Check that. It's a DVD. We love Jimmy Brown. He played live at Josh's Goiter launch. We brought him in.
Beautiful, yeah.
It's a banging performance. I've got this another. Oh, what's that, Josh?
I was saying it was fun watching people's reaction to Jimmy Brown at
It was. He did. I don't know if he planned it, but he did some amazing stuff with the microphone where it kept falling down during the songs. Yeah. He'd try and adjust and fix it, and it would fall down again. But it was like comedy with a capital C. It's fantastic. But anyway, I've got Nowhere Man here. This is a film adaptation of The Man with No Talent, one of our favourite books of last year. The Yoshihiro Suge. I'm so bad with all the Japanese names; they just will not commit to memory. I could never learn Japanese; it'd be too complicated for my drug-addled brain. But yeah, I haven't watched this yet, but excited about this. Apparently got people loving his comics again in Japan or something when it came out in 2000 or something. Oh no, 91. Shit. This is a 2004 edition though. But anyway, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this is. I think it was a well-received film, an adaptation of a comic book about a man that sells stones down by the river, a failed cartoonist who throws everything away to sell stones by the river. It's my kind of story. So yeah, I'm excited to watch this. Maybe if you come out to California sometime in the next few months, Josh, we'll sit down with a bucket of popcorn and we'll watch this. We could do a live stream of it.
Buttered?
Yeah.
You butter your popcorn, or you just go like plain popcorn?
I can just do a bit of salt sometimes, but I do like butter, yeah. And, you know, as I was talking about on my gas station, Ozempic earlier, and I put a bit of weight on them. You know, I've been trying to avoid the butter on the popcorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the new Mendelwitz, new plastic comic. I talk about these, get these every month from his Electric Fence Patreon. But, you know, it's Mendelwitz's weird plastic comics. They're waterproof. They're weird. You know, yeah, it's a weird one. 4 pages again this time, so it was only 2 last time. So good job, Ben. Back on the horse. Good job, buddy. Got the new CF reprint from Toy Box Coffin. It's very old CF. It's like 2000 or something. It's mostly a historical document. You know, it's pretty fucking rough stuff, but
quite excited for that Distant Ruptures coming.
Yeah, Distant Ruptures should be good. Yeah, Harkham's edited it. Lots of classic CF stuff from Anthologies. I think I'm going to have most of it. I think it'll be the Kramer's stuff, the stuff from Gansfield 4, which is a fabulous like color strip. Yeah, great one. Yeah, probably. I'm hoping for some shit in there that I haven't got, but I'm assuming I'm going to have most of it. Got a pretty bulky collection. But yeah, lovely these little reprints from Noel Freibert's Toy Box Coffin. Always talking up Noel here. I love Noel. He's selling lots of dusty old manga, great stuff on the Toy Box Coffin web shop. He packs it up well and he ships it out fast. And yeah, you don't care about this shit that much, do you, Josh? You're going to get the Distant Ruptures, but you're not a big CF super fan or anything.
No, I mean, I'm hoping, like, I think I heard about him a bit too late to like start getting into the zine, so I'm hoping like Distant Ruptures is a good like entry point. You know, I think
it will be a good overview of the earlier work, and the contemporary work's great. I think a lot of people very fondly, nostalgia-wise, remember the old work, the old color stuff, and yeah. Got this the Ron Ricci Jr.'s Shell 100, the 100th issue of his Patreon series. I can't believe it's been 100.
Is that an anthology or is that his own thing?
This is an anthology, yeah. I feel bad because I missed the boat on the Patreon. I was like, it had been happening for like a few months, and I was like, oh, I've missed a bunch of them, so I won't do it. But it's up to 100 now. I do have a bunch of these Shell of the Self of the Senses little zines I've picked up at like. We've seen Ron at a convention or something, not in Kalamazoo, but you see him around. I've got a bunch of them. He's put out a few little collections, but yeah, I feel bad I've missed out on all of them, and 100 of them. That's so fucking cool. But yeah, congrats, Ron Ricci. Amazing. But yeah, no, this is an anthology. It's pretty thick. You got a bunch of people, and you got a nice CF strip in there. John Porcellino, Geordie Crane, Arrington Dioniso. I think that's how you pronounce that. Arrington Dioniso, musician guy, old K Records head. He does lovely illustrations. I really like his drawings. He's a throat singer. He's in a band called Old Time Religion. Phil Elbrum was the drummer for a bit. But anyway, it's cool to see him in there. I like when music people draw crossover into the comics world. Like Kyle Field from Little Wings, another old school K thing. He's buddies with Harkham and pops up sometimes. And I think Harkham directed a film clip for him actually. But yeah, no, some nice stuff in here. This was definitely worth picking up. You know, I just had to get it, mostly for the CF comic in there. You know, it's a nice like 5-page contemporary CF strip. Yeah, not bad. Bit poetry, bit woofy, but pretty good.
Nice.
I enjoyed this. It's Cameron Hathaway, Cammy Hathaway. Yeah. It's Farrago. His sketchbook comics, drawn like shit. Just Cameron's just buffing these out. Just it's just rough and tumble, just diary comics. But I get a real laugh out of them.
Nice.
Frankly, I don't like Cameron's other comics that he does with like characters and stuff. But I really love his sketchbook comics. And we are mentioned in here, Josh, because there's a bit of short run in here last year when we went to short run. There's the one in here cracked me up. He's like trying to enjoy Alex Graham and I's art show, and then the floor just fills with dancers, and he can't move. And it cracked me up because it irritated me that I couldn't even get a good look at the art show because there were just gyrating dancers everywhere on the art show floor, and it's just like why. If I'd had a choice in the music, maybe. But anyway, it was nice to see someone else also had a shit time there, and it wasn't just me. But overall, short run was an amazing show, and I'm kind of kidding, but also very irritated by the dancers and the DJing. It was some bad DJing.
Well, I think that must have been happening while I was missing a flight.
Yeah, you were off missing your flights.
Yeah.
Check out our short run recap video from last year, Manga Chat for the full rundown on Josh missing his flight and Harry Nordlinger dunking all over him.
The only time I've ever done it, usually on time.
Well, it's C.O.C.K.S motherfucker. I gotcha. But anyway, I really like Cameron Hathaway's diary comics. It reminds me of Troy Mingram, this old Australian artist, the drawing. The Troy stuff was weirder. It was about like going on a boat trip with like this. I don't know. I can't use this word, but so a certain type of person. But anyway, it's a bit less dodgy than Troy Mingram's old comics from Australia in the 90s. That's a deep cut there. That is a fucking deep cut. Enjoyed this. Good laugh. Good on you, Cameron. Good bloke. Right, I got some anthologies here, Josh. So, did you get this one? Did you get the beat?
Didn't get that.
Yeah, nice cover by Alex Schubert.
Yeah.
So this is edited by Sammy Harcum, and was it Jordan Crane or no Wiseman? It was Stephen Wiseman.
Yeah.
It was all right. It's like I guess it's like a thin Kramer's Ergot or something. My favourite stuff in there was probably like Antoine Cossé and this big one pager by Harcum himself. Worth the price of entry alone. What's that?
Is that the like How to Be an Artist comic, or is that something?
Yeah. Spiegel in there. Gabrielle Bell. Gabrielle Bell's always good. The nice looking Wiseman cowboy strip. Yeah, Ben Catchall. Lots of old heads, a few new heads. Yeah, Roman Muradov in there, friend of the show, very nice.
Yeah.
And there's David Amran, young Frenchman David Amran, yes. He's a good boy. He interviewed me once, in a fancy loft. It was a lovely time.
Nice.
Some lazy Chippendale here, so it's too big and not as detailed as in the past. Like, too busy being a family man. I feel you, buddy. I know what that's like. Some Sophia Foster Dimino. It's all right. Jeff Mahanaha from Kalamazoo. He's from Kalamazoo. Jeff Mahanaha, you follow him?
No.
That's some good stuff. It's weird, surreal, kind of gross out, weird kind of stuff that's on Instagram. He used to have like fucking 1 million followers, and then his account got nuked, and he's been trying to build it back up. But yeah, man, it's so scary when they just nuke your account like that. But he's posted dicey, sexual, bizarre shit, so it's against the terms and services, and
Wait, say his name again.
Jeff Mahanaha.
Yeah, I do know. Yeah,
it's this stuff. You must know this stuff.
I like that stuff.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Imagine losing 1 million followers. How's he going to sell his t-shirts now?
Yeah.
He's probably doing an Adult Swim show or something. Who knows what he's up to? He does some stuff for Liquid Death as well. I think a bit of work there. Anyway, that was the peep. It was all right. It didn't blow my mind. But look, I was reading Kramer's Ergo as it came out back in the day, like 2004 and stuff. It was like blowing minds. Then issues 5 and 6 were incredible. Issue 7 was the big one. Whoa! Issue 8 was like, okay, it's another issue of Kramer's Ergot. And then 9 and 10, it's like, okay, it's more. Speaking of that, it's the new Lagon. It's pluie, which I think means rain in French. Look at that shiny printing. You got like screen printed here, and then this like shiny gel printing, which is very tactile, and a beautiful exposed binding here. But the previous issue of Lagon number 6 did have exposed binding as well. Like they're all different. You get big ones, little ones, fat ones, plastic covered ones. The last one had exposed binding, and it kind of worked in this like fold out way where you could. This one's like just like this with the exposed binding. So as a format fan, I was kind of like, is that all you got? Like kind of it's it's cool, but you haven't really upped the ante. Like the previous one was similar but better. But it's number 7. It's like Lagon Review was like blowing minds, and like the risograph in this stuff, and the use of like fluorescent Pantones and shiny paper and different stocks. It was really blowing some minds and freaking out the squares. Like fuck, I guess 10 years ago now. I guess I found the first issue of Lagon in the FOF section at Angoulême in 2014 or 15. They just had a massive show at the Pompidou. Congrats to the Lagon team.
Yeah. Did you get that? There's a I think the book is like, it's just called Comics or something that is like related to that show.
I wasn't aware that existed. I want that now.
Yeah.
I saw there's some clowns.
I can't think what it's called.
There's some French clowns sketchy sort of 60-page monograph thing of all production sketch. I missed out on that. I think Wigshop, Jeff at Wigshop was selling them. He imported some, but I missed out. But yeah, I don't know. You got to act fast on this sort of gallery shit. But anyway, yeah, I enjoyed this. It's nice to see all this coloured paper here. It's always nice when you bend a book and you can see all the different stocks. There's a Luca Butzbach. I can't remember. I don't know how to pronounce his fucking name, but he's had a breakdown press book out before and done stuff for Fulgencio. Where is it? He had some more looking stuff. People are posting this around on Instagram. This train crash panel over here, and do you know this stuff? It's kind of post CF, post Shrowen kind of stuff.
Familiar.
Yeah, he's been getting around the traps. It's all in French. There's a translation booklet in the back. So I don't have the time for that, but it looks nice. But as I said, post Shrowen, post CF, just so stylish, and it might read all woofy puffy and whatever. Or maybe it's really fucking funny. It's hard to tell, but it does look good. I like his work. Yeah, another contemporary modern day CF strip in here. Probably will be collected in a book in 20 years or something. So you better snap it up now if you want to have a read of that. Some Leomi Sadler's nice colours in here and stuff. Again, they're always using their lovely fluorescent Pantones and stuff. And then there's lots of just avant-garde kind of stuff. Nice Mel Xertel in here. It's not bad. I like her stuff. But then you got pages that are just like this. I've just done this. It's like some faces and lines and pictures. Okay. Poetry comics or just like artsy kind of stuff. Some nice Anna Haifa. She'd gone for a similar artsy kind of layout, but there's like actual cartooning in it and stuff, and it's a nice bit there. But yeah, a bit too much sort of avant-garde wank in this one, and like, where's the substance? Where's my jokes? You pay a lot of money to import these. You're paying like $70-$80. It's Pluie. It's Lagon Review. Someone's asking what's the title. It's PL. Or just look for Lagon. Lagon. Lagon Review. It is a beautiful book. I have all of these. I love these. I was in issue 3. I was in Gouffre, the third one, and I do love them. But
yeah.
But yeah, it's just like once you get up with anthologies, up into the high numbers. Same with all of them. 00 and Mome and Now. I mean, I just ordered the new issue of Now that you're in, Josh, but they're coming out frequently now. It used to be every 6 months, now it's every 2 years. But yeah, I think it's worth picking these up. This is a beautiful coffee table book. There is some fucking nuggets in here, and I like all the avant-garde wank as well. I like, late at night, and I sit around in my beanbag and look at weird books under the lights, and it's a great one to blow your friends' minds. It makes you feel special as well. It's one of those woofy-foofy kind of avant-garde artsy things that sort of makes you feel superior to other people. And like, you're reading that, I read this. It's screen printed with like wet gel ink, and it's got an exposed spine. You can barely understand most of it. There's not a lot of substance, frankly, sometimes. But yeah, worth checking out. And also got the new what was this, Cowlick from Tangerman.
Oh yeah,
Domino. And yeah, so talking about like Lagon is just like the production values are incredible. They're printing these on 5 different printers up in the Alps. They're beautiful, and some of them are just insane, such impeccable detail. And this is just like the cheapest, sloppiest print on demand you can imagine, with like incredibly low DPI. Like, you probably can't tell in the back, but like this is really pixelated. You can really, it's sort of blurry on my camera, so it's making it look better.
There's like a lot of that kind of like New York scene that's happening right now. It would be good if somebody went and taught them to use a scanner. It's
Is it stylistic though? I'm not sure. Is it supposed to be like, ha ha ha, we've not properly formatted our files? Ha, ha, ha.
Maybe. I don't know.
My parents are rich and I can do this. I can afford to bang around making comics that no one wants to read. You've got to make comics with stories that people like.
Yeah.
It's an anthology, bits and pieces in here, but yeah, Julia Calais got a nice strip in there, and I mean, what's this? I've seen enough of this. I'm 42. I've seen enough of this. I guess people got to go through their early kind of like it's a smudgy page of shapes, you know. And I don't want to poop on this person, but it's like, come on, you're wasting my time.
And
There's a lot of that in there. Just like, yeah, you know, like this.
looks thick.
I mean, you know, it's outsider art. If I'd broken into an abandoned mental hospital and I found this on the floor in like a darkened, haunted room, I'd be quite intrigued by it. But in a copy of Cowlick from Austin English's Domino Books, it's a bit less effective. You know, yeah, so, but it just, yeah, you know, there's a lot of work in here that's a bit sloppy and fine. But yeah, the production doesn't help. It's like some of the sloppier stuff in these other avant-garde type anthologies, it's elevated by the form, but this doesn't have that advantage. You know, still worth picking up. It's just, it's a weird object. It's fun to look at late at night when you're a bit drunk. You know, but yeah.
Yeah, I think Matthias, I think, yeah, that might be an age thing for all of us. It's, you know.
Well, these are young artists generally going through, you know, the early, you know, just, yeah, experimenting and stuff. And, you know, I think a lot of them have rich parents so they can just do whatever they want and they don't have to worry about, you know, busting their asses too hard. Yeah, don't know, you know, check it out.
How much is that?
How much? Oh, you're pretending that there's a price easy to find on this. I bought it from Domino Books. There's no easy to find price.
Yeah.
No, it says Van Ness Corridor 1 and Waterfront Beach 2 and yeah, and a bunch of political sloganeering. So free? I don't know. I mean, capitalism bad. Better give it away for free, kids.
Yeah.
Got this from Freibert's Toy Box Coffin. This is a massive, what's this? A big old broadsheet thing, a old dead broadsheet. The ANP Quarterly,
nice.
Number 6, big paper rad cover feature. The Disgraced Artist Collective paper rad. Yeah, big paper rad covers and stuff. Big juicy interview. I paid $60 for this. You'll see they'll go for a lot more. You know, you see 150, 200 on eBay, but yeah, big, long, like 20-page giant paper rad interview, tiny text, and lots of excerpts. I'm a big paper rad fan back in the day. You know, still love them, even though it is a bit, you know, lack of story sometimes. And, you know, good to read when you're stoned in a share house as a young'un. That's what the young'uns love. They love comics that, you know, I guess they make their own sense of it, I guess. It's inventing new languages. Who knows? Waffle, wank, wank.
Yeah.
But yeah, tip to aspiring young cartoonists in this economy. Stories, characters that people will become invested in, backgrounds, draw backgrounds and do stories and try and build up a readership of people that will trust your work. Otherwise, you're fucked, frankly, and you'll be working at Whole Foods for the rest of your fucking life. Yeah, great pickup here for me, this one. Big oversized. You got Ben Jones over there, you got Jacob in the middle, and Jess Chiachi. There she is.
Oh, yeah.
Controversial crew. I'm not going to go into it. I'm not, you know, but yeah, controversial crew. I think they did some NFTs a couple of years ago as well. And instead of making $16 million like Matt Fury, they made 6,000, and it was a bit embarrassing. So, you know, a lot of people were just bringing up things on Twitter that, and it was a bit rough. Yeah, lovely curio here for me, for the nerdy fan of North American alternative comics art collectives from the turn of the century. Big score there for me. Yeah, that's about it. I got a big stack of dusty old manga as well. I got my free Cockman that I've talked about. I'm obsessed with Hanakuma, Yusaka Hanakuma. You can pick this up, free Cockman. Go and search for it. Try to search for free Cockman. Absolutely incredible stuff. Just the most, some of the best Heta Uma stuff. I love it. I tracked this one down, which sadly seems like a remix of the other one, but it's got a fun cover. This one's looks like a leather pouch, and it's got gold stuff on it, and an obi strip. That's a fun one. I got this one with the volcano. I got another volcano-y one. This one's got like a game. Anyway, I've been picking up these, getting them from Japan Book Hunter, who's a fantastic web store. Shipping's high, but it's high everywhere. But yeah, Japan Book Hunter is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Getting some of these on Amazon as well. Not Amazon, fucking eBay. And I picked this one up, I think, from Japan Book Hunter. This what's it called? The Endless Puzzle by M. Yoshida. Yeah, that's a nice cover. Look at that lettering, Josh. That's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah, that's cool.
Top there. I like this. There's one panel in here I just wanted to show off. But yeah, so, I've been buying my dusty old manga. I've been enjoying that. I like, in the nights on the couch, have a bit of a break and have a look for some dusty old manga. And look at these two carnival dogs fucking outside the carnival.
Lovely.
That's a fantastic image right there. But yeah, there's a lot of that in there. But yeah, no, lovely, just lovely looking stuff. Probably from Garo or Axe or something, one of those ones. But yeah, beautiful book. Loving picking all that stuff up. Can't read it, but you can translate it with your phone, but it doesn't work very well, and it's a bit shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's a bunch of new comics, Josh. Look at us. I buy comics. I support the scene.
Yeah, I do. Hopefully next week I have a bunch of stuff in the mail, so next week I'll be able to talk about that.
Yeah, well,
Atlas,
it doesn't really matter.
Like Atlas libraries, stuff like that.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Bear comics, but yeah, mostly just keeping the nose to the grindstone, eh?
Yep. Just coloring this book. What do you have left to do on this zombie issue?
Just the text in the back. I'm doing my text pages. What am I talking about? It's talking about the main story, the main chapter of the story, doing a Philly recap, some life changes, some updates about some big business stuff, talking about some other stuff, some plugs, talk about the Megahex 10-year anniversary, tips for young cartoonists and tips for old cartoonists. Just some text. I like in the comic, Anyway, there's 2 chapters in this one, but it'll kind of be broken some text, but I think it's entertaining. I miss the old hate comics from the old days that had all the letters pages and the write-ups and the zines.
Yeah.
I just think it's fun. I want the readers to have a good time the way I used to when I was a lad.
Yeah, I wish I'd put some more like back matter in this issue, but I just, just too busy coloring this book.
Yeah, you used to do your letters pages and stuff in the old goiters, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I'll start doing it in the next thing again,
Yeah. I think I won't go into it. But I was asking the other day what you got planned next. I think I mentioned earlier I'm going to do an unrelated one-shot zine in between zombie issues. And I was going to start Meg's Coven up, but then some family stuff happened, and I was like, "There's no way I'm touching that material right now.
Yeah.
I can't do that." So yeah, do something fun, and then some more zombies.
Nice.
And yeah, hopefully just keep this up. You too. I mean, we'll just keep this fucking work ethic up and just enjoying doing it and get back on the manga chat train. It was really good us going to that couples counselling thing for a bit, and after the Kalamazoo incident, just sort of getting back on track and, get some guests on again in the future. I mean, I say that, we might be gone for another 8 weeks. Who knows? Life's so busy for Josh and I. We are very successful. Like, to come down off of our pedestals for you plebeians and, like, to talk to you like this, like, take time out of our days, it is a lot for you to ask. So I do beg your patience and please be respectful.
Very generous of us. Should we? I think I'm gonna make myself some food. What are you? Just gonna work the rest of the day.
You having a truffled lobster? What are you having?
I think I'm gonna be having some scallops with red Leicester. I don't know.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I had lobster for lunch again, buttered lobster.
Oh, nice.
I've got pots, fucking butter pots everywhere on the floor over there. But yeah, no, keep it classy. Down to the Erewhon, bought a $25 smoothie, just the usual cartoonist kind of stuff, just out of the way. Cartoonists coming, get recognised. Oh fuck, come on, all right, I'll do autographs. Come on, form an orderly queue. Yeah, no, I'm just going to do a bit more work. It's 1:30. I got 2.5 hours left of babysitting.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a big deal to take a chunk of time out of the day today and do this. I do hope the viewers appreciate this. And yeah, Josh and I could have been working. This is lost time for us. So I hope you fucking enjoyed this. Go and buy our books, you cunts.
Thank you for watching. All right.
Good to see you, Josh. I'm glad we buried the hatchet on this one. And,
yeah.
Hopefully we can, moving forward, we can keep things kosher.
All right. Bye.
Go fuck yourself, you fucking cunt. Fuck you.